And we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Life of Asphalt. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to discuss the raging feud that is Zane Smith versus Carson Hocevar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And also, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at Atlanta. It's upcoming this race weekend. We got O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and the Cup Series at the Eco Park Speedway. It's going to be a really, really fun race. And then we got the Truck Series, Lime Rock, that road course. So, Josh, what do you think about the whole Zane Smith deal that he's got going with Carson Hocevar? And that's basically what it is.
Man,
I
I
mean,
ain't gonna lie, I'm shocked. I was getting on the Zane train, is what we're gonna call it. The Zane train.
yes,
I was all aboard this year, man. At the beginning of the year, all
yeah,
aboard, and then all of a
same.
sudden, he shits on uh, Hocevar's fans, and I'm like, you realize that some of the fans that are out there are your fans too. You know what I'm saying? Like they have more than one
What are
driver
you
they
doing?
like. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, come on. You guys are the same age. So you came up at similar times. You both are very talented. You do both share fans a lot of the time. And Josh, brother, come on. Now,
Right.
but Zane had to say, let's just not even talk about what happened on track at Chicagoland. Well, he had to say on Busting with the Boys about the whole how we're how did he say it? We're and I say we, as in Carson Hocevar fans, are
Yeah.
the fat guys behind a computer.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. He said that we were like fat guys hiding behind a computer, just like off of South Park.
Oh, yeah, the South Park term. I remember. Yeah. Yep. Oh,
So I mean,
come on.
if you want to dig at Hocevar, and I'm a Hocevar fan. If you want to dig at Hocevar, that's fine. But why did you have to go to the fans? And he's like, they're the worst. That's what he literally said. That they're
I
the
heard
worst.
that. I
Right.
can't even. I was surprised. Sort of appalled because, like you said, brother, I was on the Zane train. It's clear since he was driving the 71 for Trackhouse,
Yeah.
okay, and for Spire. I mean, I think it was Spire actually, and yeah, come on,
Yeah.
man,
I think he drove the 77. Right.
happened.
I think he drove the
I
70.
still not, and Hocevar's even said, um, I'm not even sure why he's so upset, and Zane Smith won't come right out and say this is why. He just says, "Well, I don't really like his driving style. I don't like the fact that he, goes and he claims he runs and hides behind his social media. He said this and that, but he's not ever come right out on track, and this is why I don't like him.
Yeah. He
Maybe it
said
has
that
nothing
he
to do
said that
with,
he's two faced. That,
honestly.
and I'm like, what the
He
hell
just
is he?
doesn't like him as a person.
I think that's what it is. I think you just don't like his persona. He thinks it's fake.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yep.
but at the end of the day, I mean, if you don't like somebody, you don't like somebody, but you don't have to go after the fans. That's my biggest issue with this whole thing. This whole thing is the
Agreed.
putting the fans in it. Because you know what? We might be fans of Hocevar, but people have other drivers that they are fans of as well. And then doing
100%.
that is going to be like, you know what? Fuck you. Now we're not going to like you. Yeah. You know.
I've been a Zane Smith fan, and I've been really impressed with what he's done
Oh, me
with
too.
the lesser equipment, considering, I mean, no offense to Bob Jenkins and everyone at Front Row Motorsports. They put in a lot of work and they are dedicated people and they're good people. All
Yeah.
right. But they've got slightly lesser than equipment. They're not getting everything that Team Penske is, for instance. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they're not going
100%.
to run as good. All right.
Right.
And he's doing so much with so much less than a lot of other drivers are out there. And it's just a crying shame that he had to sit here and he called Hocevar a coward. And I feel like if anyone's being a coward in a sense, And if you really look up what a coward actually is, Zane Smith's kind of being a coward by sitting here talking shit about the fans, going on a podcast and just talking all kinds of shit when Hocevar's not talking any shit about him. It'd be different if they were throwing barbs at each other.
Yeah, well,
You know
when
what I
he
mean?
when Hocevar
But
was live,
there's no not really a back and forth. It don't seem like.
right, and when
Um,
Hocevar was live, they kept asking him in his live, what he's like, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if his t-shirt sales are down or what. But he's like, I don't know what. I have no clue. So it's just
honestly,
crazy to
buddy,
me that they came in the
it's hard
same
to say.
time, right? I think they came in the NASCAR the same time. If I'm not mistaken.
I
I'd have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure
I was
Zane.
thinking that I was thinking maybe that they had to contact on track, or maybe it was something like that. That's what I was originally figuring.
Yeah,
But it
but
doesn't look like.
yeah, and I'm just looking at the quotes right now of what he said, and they saying like, "Say it to my face," and I'm like, I'm confused about them. Like, say what to your face? He has unless there's stuff that we don't know about. I'm not going to go on a
And there
bash fest play on Zane. Maybe there's stuff that he's heard from other drivers that he said about Zane that we don't know. That could be a
there
possibility
probably is.
because that's what I'm trying to say.
There
I'm confused. I was confused when he said, say it to my face. So what is being said behind closed doors that we're not seeing or hearing? You know, that's the only thing. That's the thing with the
good
fan.
question.
Yeah.
Good question, because there's with all these drivers, guys, there's definitely gonna be stuff going on behind closed doors. There just is.
Mhm.
Everybody has a life. But
Yeah.
um what is the question? Zane has also made comments about how hosts of art will be one way with the media and the public, and then will try to go when no one's looking, no one's paying any attention, and try to talk to you. Oh man, this is just a persona, this kind of thing. I mean, you think there's any legs to that? You think there's any truth to it?
Well, there's other people that has discussed it. Dell Jr. Other people when he's off camera, he's like he is on camera. That they've actually said that on some of the network. I forget what network it was because we've been to 20 of them, but a couple of the guys said that what you see is what you get. That's who he is. I've been around him long enough to where, you know, that's how he is. So, and also back to the incident. We can talk about the incident. Zane takes himself out of contention when he's in the run. He could be in the running to get into the chase. I mean, so he at the
Yeah,
end of the day, you let your anger get the best of you, and it fucked your team. Because now he's 23 in
right.
points, 23 in points now, and so he could have been in the discussion where there are a couple points. One good race from getting in or two races. Now you know, now he's in 23rd and looking in instead of trying to be in there.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately. So,
Unfortunately,
hey, man, why hardly anybody's in here, dude. You're watching this off to the side because we're testing this. Is it looking okay?
perfect.
We're not breaking in and out or nothing.
Nope, very clear. Perfect.
Fantastic,
It's
buddy.
one of the best ones we've had so far. So
That's fantastic. That's good to know. All
yeah,
right. Well, you know what? We'll get back to this. I'm sure that we'll get back to this. I don't think this is close to over.
no,
We'll let
no,
this simmer. Let this continue to simmer for a little while, because uh, with after what was said today, I'm gonna be really curious to see what Hocevar's next move is, what he has to say, what he does on the track, what happens. It's just gonna be really interesting. Now down here in the comments, before we get into the Atlanta preview, we got Hey Rocks Dan. He says, I'm back. Remember me? Yes, I think you were on here before.
what's up, hey
Welcome back,
Roxanne?
buddy.
How's it going, buddy?
And Weirdo 360K He said, they said, they got beef with no lettuce.
None. They have
That's
no
funny.
lettuce whatsoever. They didn't give us none of
Yeah.
that lettuce. It was just straight beef.
That's great. That's great. So, all right. Oh, also, for any possible Ty Dillon fans out there, Chris Rice from Colleague Racing did say that they haven't completely decided whether they're going to bring back Ty Dillon for 2027 yet, but they should have their decision together by August 1st. So keep your ears open. Now, do you want to, Josh? You want to get into the this upcoming weekend schedule for all the races?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So on Friday schedule, 1 p.m. We're going to do the ARCA first. ARCA Menard Series practice at Lime Rock Park this week. Remember, they're not at Atlanta; they're at Lime Rock Park this week. 2:15 p.m.
Yep.
ARCA Menard Series qualifying. 4 p.m. the ARCA 100, and that'll be on FS2 on Friday.
Yeah.
So on Saturday
At 4 p.m.
at 4, correct? Yeah, at 4 p.m. Sorry, and then
Oh, yeah,
now
all right.
our schedule on Saturday, July 11th, we'll have the iLuna 150 Cup Series qualifying uh, under the lights. Under the lights. So 9 a.m. we got Craftsman Truck Series practice on FS2, and then it's on FS1. 10:05 a.m.
Mhm.
we got the Craftsman Truck Series qualifying. That'll be on FS1. At 11 a.m. on Saturday, we'll have the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series qualifying. Streaming will be on the CW app. And then at 1 p.m., we'll have, I'm going to mess this up, Liuna 150, the Craftsman Truck Series race on FS1. And then at 4:30, we will have the NASCAR Cup Series qualifying, which I'll get to what I think that's intriguing here in a second. 7 p.m., we have the Focused Health 250 NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on the CW.
W.
Yep,
Yeah.
and the thing about this, before I get to the Sunday side of things, what's intriguing is that they're going to be running and getting all that grip, you know what I'm saying, on the track, and then having the
Yes.
qualifying after. That's going to be, I think that's going to be pretty important in this race.
It really is. It really is, man. That, especially as this track ages. Okay, the more age that gets on this racetrack, the more that the rubber build is going to matter, because it's going to start to transition back into a typical, intermediate, rather than just a drafting track. It's going to be a hybrid, a real serious hybrid, whereas handling is going to really start to matter a lot more.
Oh yeah,
And it's going to have an element of drafting. I think it's going to get better. The racing is going to get better with time. And yes, you're right. With with some with some extra tires on there, some extra rubber, that should add extra layer to things.
and also to add on to that, I just checked the weather. It's in Hampton, Georgia. The
It's a
weather.
Sunday.
Sunday. We'll go there first before we'll do the weather. How about that? Does that work?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, sorry. So Sunday,
You're
7
fine.
p.m. The Quaker Steak 400. For some reason, it says available at Walmart. I don't know why they put that on there. That'll be on TNT Sports and HBO Max. Snow isolation, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. And
Yes.
and so back to the weather. We'll go back to the weather because it's going to be a night race. So what's intriguing on this weekend, and if anybody doesn't know where the track exactly is, it's in Hampton, Georgia. So Friday, 89 degrees. And then Saturday, we got 89 degrees again. We have we got like a 12% chance of rain, 18%. Very slim for Saturdays. And then, so it's going to be pretty warm there. I'd say the track temp, probably, what would you say, Steve? Probably in the 90s?
Easily, buddy. Let's see. That's a night race, right?
Yes.
For the Cup Series? Are we talking about the Cup Series, right?
This is
Well, both of them
Saturday.
are.
So this is Saturday. This will be
Yep,
Saturday.
both of them.
So yeah. So
Okay.
I'm looking for the schedule to see. Yeah, I think you got it there.
In the evening, the sun's not quite as high in the sky. Yeah, I'd say you might be in the low hundreds, and then it'd be falling through the 90s.
Yeah, and that's something we got to look at too with night races. If it's that hot, the cars change, and the cars will change
Yep.
as the temperature goes down. So that'll be really intriguing.
100%.
Yeah. So and then Sunday for the race is at 7 o'clock. We got a 35% chance of rain. It'll be about 78 degrees, with a high of 85 that day. So be a little bit cooler for
Okay.
Sunday. Hopefully, fingers
A little
crossed.
bit.
Because from 8 to 11, the percentages go up from 35% to 55%. So for that
8
race
to 11 in the morning
at night,
or night? Ew.
yeah. So we might
Mm.
we might end up getting some rain on Sunday. So
Well, good thing is they do have lights. So, I mean, hopefully it doesn't interrupt the race. Like you said, fingers crossed. But if it does, we'll just have to stick around and wait it out.
yeah,
But, well, now, as far as previous winners, before we get into who we think may actually have a shot at winning this race, previous Atlanta winners. Tyler Reddick won here in the spring. Then Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott won here in 25. Joe Logano, Daniel Suarez, 24. And then William Byron won both races in 23. So let's see, a Chevy, because Suarez was still driving a Chevy then. And since then it was a Ford, Toyota. Yeah. Toyota won here last. Toyota's won 2 of the last 3. Yeah. I'd be kind of. It's hard to say at Atlanta, buddy. It's really hard to say.
yeah, it is.
Hocevar runs good here. Elliott runs good here. Consistently good. Even when he's not winning, he's normally in the top 5. Unless he wrecks out. Gets collected.
Yeah.
Um,
Now this is home track, right, Steve? This is Chase's.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 100% is home track. Really, while that says there, it kind of reflects how recently Toyota's been getting their shit together, and they have. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Tyler Reddick maybe turn it around this week if he can have no mechanical issues. If he can just keep everything straight. Look, the one race that he has not got in any kind of mechanical failures or accidents or anything was Pocono. And where did he finish at Pocono? Second place.
Yeah.
So it's like all he's got to do is just not have something bad happen, and he's going to be right back at the front. So he was due for this, and I wouldn't be shocked if Tyler Reddick maybe repeats.
Yeah, that's
Because he's due to turn things around.
Yeah. Yeah. So Snowy Isolation says, go Sam Mayer for the O'Reilly Series and looking for a Bowman win for Sunday. Alex
That
Bowman's
would
been
be
running good
great.
lately.
He has.
Yeah.
Shockingly good.
Yeah. But I agree with everything you're saying. Toyotas, man, I mean, let's just put it this way. Toyotas can win anywhere this year. They're run so good. I mean, that's a
They're
that's a
running
valid point.
Yeah, they are running very, very good. Whatever they found when they got their new body, they found, and I mean, they're in a class of their own because it goes like this right now. Okay, and out of the 3 manufacturers, it goes Toyota, Chevrolet, and then down here in the basement is Ford. I mean, that's what it is. And Chevrolet got their new body, and they've done okay with it. And they're starting to find more. They're finding more, and they're starting to turn a corner. Like, okay, Bowman, for instance, he's been starting to run better. Chase Elliott's won a couple races this season. Hendrick's getting it together. They don't look as powerful as they have before, but Larson's been consistent. He just hasn't won a race. That happens at times. It's a Cup Series.
Yeah.
And then William Byron, man, he's never been the top driver there. He just never has.
No.
So it's like, what do you really expect? They've not had that bad of a season, and they're not on top of their game right now. Now, when Chevrolet, and they're finding it. Soon, this Toyota wave will break. When it crests, I think, honestly, while Ford, when they get their new body next season, it'll take them a little while to figure it out and really wring the speed out of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in that transition, I think is where Chevrolet is going to take over.
Yeah. And with Toyota, I just watched the thing. I just want to bring this up because we're talking about the cars and stuff. So if anybody doesn't know, the motors that are on all these cars are within 3 horsepower of each other. I don't know if anybody knows that. Every single one of them. So it's most likely an aero difference. I mean, that's what I would say. It is. Everybody's like, oh, they're letting them get more horsepower. No, they're all within 3 horsepower. So,
Yeah.
but my pick. So you picked Reddick this week for the.
I would, yeah. Well, we normally pick 3. You know what I'm saying, people. I'm gonna go Reddick, Hocevar, and probably AJ Allmendinger.
Okay, you're going AJ. All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's your pick. Reddick, Hocevar, and Allmendinger. I'm gonna go. I think Hocevar runs good here, so I'm gonna go Hocevar. My number 2 is I like Chase Elliott in this race. And also, it's a really cool thing if anybody doesn't know, and if you haven't checked this car out, at this race they do it every year for the Atlanta. Hopefully, I don't mess it up. Atlanta Children's Hospital. He lets some of the kids design his car. So if you haven't checked out his paint schemes over the last couple of years, it's really cool that these kids get to be inclusive into this car every year. So I'm going to pick Chase Elliott, and then my third drivers, I'm probably going to go. Trying to think because the third one's always the hardest. I'm probably going to go. Let's check the point standings here. Sorry. Let me see here.
Ooh, snowy isolation. What about Zane Smith? I think he's still the win. Snowy isolation. Zane Smith. It's kind of on my shit list right now. I'm not trying to be negative. I like Zane Smith, and I've been a fan of Zane Smith for a long time.
You know who my third pick is? I just thought about. I'm gonna go pull it out right out of the hat. Who's been running really good lately? I'm going Christopher Bell.
I feel that.
I'm gonna go Bell. I think he gets a win.
I could see that. Snowy isolation. He made a lot of comments about. He basically called Hocevar's fans fat guys behind a computer today, and it turns out I'm a pretty big Hocevar fan.
Yeah, and so am I. And here's the crazy thing about this snowy isolation is that me and Steve both like Zane Smith. That's the crazy thing. So he bashed pretty much us while we also cheer on, cheer on him too. So
yeah, kind of.
I would just like to know. I'm not going to hate Zane Smith at all because I think we're not getting everything because he's saying that he thinks Hocevar's two-faced. So I wonder if there's anything behind that we don't know. So
there's got to be.
But I'm definitely not going to cheer him on this week. That's for sure.
Right. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't hate Zane Smith by no means. He's a hell of a driver. He is. It's just like until this gets figured out a little bit, I'm just kind of step out of that situation and not. That's why we only talked about it for a little bit. Wait out each person's side, and we're gonna revisit this when more plays out.
Yeah.
But yeah, snowy isolation. That's the lowdown on what's going on with that.
So also, Steve, can we backtrack just for a second so we can talk a little bit more about this? About the Ty Dillon situation. Do you think Ty Dillon should get the ride next year?
You
I wanted
know,
to,
I uh, I think so. I think so. And I mean, uh, you got to. Well, yes, probably, maybe. No, I don't know. Because look, somebody else, if AJ Allmendinger is able to get in that equipment, granted, I bet the 16 is probably getting better. Him and Trento, they're probably putting out better equipment than the 10 team. They just probably are. But with no factory support, AJ's 16 points out of the chase right now. Okay. Ty Dillon is in mid to upper 20s in points,
no,
maybe
he's at,
30.
he moved up a spot. He's at he's at 32nd.
He's 32nd. Okay. So, I mean, that's where I was thinking AJ would have been this year with no factory support.
Yeah.
Okay. So he hasn't done much, dude.
Yeah, I say he's not going to be back. I mean, that's just if they were confident in him, they would have been like, "Hey, he's coming back." They're like, we'll just
Right.
wait till August 1st." Which behind the scenes, I think something else going on. Maybe they're talking to other drivers.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't think Ty Dillon will be back next year. That's my opinion. Which take it
They
as
do
it is.
better moving Justin Haley up from the damn truck
Well,
series and
that's
putting him
that's
in the
that's
car.
another thing is all these elite drivers they have just sitting and waiting right now. I mean, you know,
Why the fuck is Ty Dillon in there?
minor leagues. That's why I call it minor leagues. I mean, if you look, the roster in the minor leagues is hot right now.
Right.
There's people biting at the bit to get rides. So,
Corey LaJoy would do better than him for sure.
I mean, he brought it up. What about Sam?
Now, it's Sam Mayer. I agree. I
What about
agree. Sam
Sam?
Mayer, I think, would do better. At
Parker
least he
Retzlaff.
would.
Parker
Parker
Retzlaff.
Retzlaff would definitely do better.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. And I
So,
agree, Sono isolation. Legacy Motor Club boys, they are working hard.
and I am
I
a Jimmy
agree.
Johnson fan, and I'll tell you right now, Jimmy Johnson's going to get that team right. I'm going to
He
call it
is.
now.
It's taking some time, but remember, we talked about this the other day, Josh. They didn't choose to buy like 2311 did. They chose to not buy technical support from JGR. 2311 did. And yes, they became a championship team right then.
Yeah.
But it's cost them a shit ton of money, and they don't have their own notebook. They're getting all their support from JGR. Let's say JGR goes under somehow tomorrow. 2311 is going to go under because they don't have they don't have their own notebook. Legacy Motor Club's building their own notebook on their own shit, doing their own shit all by themselves. So, in time, Legacy is going to end up, if it keeps growing, Legacy could become something that could rival Joe Gibbs.
Yeah. And,
If it keeps growing.
with Legacy, me and Steve kind of go back and forth on this just because I think that they should try, which is okay. That's why we do this, is because we can have disagreements on some things. That's okay.
Right.
Like John Hunter Nemechek, I do not like him. I don't care for him. I would replace him. They're bringing the third driver in. We already pretty much know who the third driver is now. But
Right.
I think with leaving Eric Jones in there, a veteran driver, and bringing in new blood to get data off of and build the team that way, so you have somebody when you're watching their data to gradually make them better too. I just think John Hunter Nemechek is he's a man. He's all right. He's all right. I just think that with the guys that are underneath him, could do a lot better. That's just my personal
Agreed.
opinion. A Parker Retzlaff would be a perfect candidate.
Yes. He
To
deserves
ride
at
on.
least a chance.
Yeah, he does.
Look
And,
what he's
and
doing
look,
against Vikings.
yeah, like I said, look what he's doing in Viking right now. I think that he would do really well in a program like that.
Definitely. Most definitely. I think that now I don't think he'd get right in a car and immediately be amazing. No, he'd need a year or two. But because I mean, everybody, all of the new drivers, with basically kind of the exception of Corey Heim, all the drivers have needed a year or two. I mean, look at Riley Herbst. Last year he was dog shit, but this year he's competitive.
Yeah, a lot of people's growing. I mean, Ty, you know, uh,
Ty
you know,
Gibbs,
I mean, Ty Gibbs. Look at Ty Gibbs. That's a prime example
much.
of somebody growing. And now that we're talking about Zane, I mean, Zane's gotten better. I mean, I believe if you was to put Zane in a in Team Penske car, I think he'd be running just as good as Ryan Blaney.
Definitely. I think
Yeah.
so. He'd be top 10 in points. I don't know if he'd be top 5, but he'd be top 10.
Yeah.
You know, like,
So so to start another conversation, since we're talking about rides and stuff like that. So right now the cutoff is 16. Okay.
mhm.
The cutoff 16. So the people looking in, let's do the five that's in that bundle that we're talking about, and let me know who you think will get in. And so we got at 17th is dropped 2 spots. We got Ryan Priest, which just caught up in that accident from John Hunter Nemechek. We got Joey
Fuck
Logano.
you. Just saying, John Honor Nemechek.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
Joey Logano at 18 moved up 2 spots. AJ Allmendinger at 19th and 20th. We got Brad, who's dropped twice.
No. Now
So
AJ and Logano's tied. They're both 16 back.
my fault. Yes, they both got 395. So
Yeah.
when it comes to points,
So I
so
mean,
what do
but
you think? What do you think can hop in? Who do you think can get in there? You still riding with AJ?
man, I'm optimistic, but I don't I hope he does. But it's like, really? I I'm thinking that okay, I got the paper. I got it all wrote out. I'm thinking that Cindric squeezes through. I think Wallace is gonna get through. I think Priest squeezes through. I think Jones squeezes through. So Wallace, Cindric, Jones, and Priest.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I think ends up making it.
I'm an SVG fan. He's sitting 14th right now. I don't think it's going to be because of him, but when we've seen them on ovals in that track house equipment, I don't see SVG making it. I don't. I hope he
Yes,
does, but
right, same.
yeah, I hope he does because I like him, but I
Right,
just don't see with the cars and equipment he has and trying to build on these ovals that he's not going to be able to. We have no more road courses, and he's
right.
sitting at 14th with that equipment. What we've seen even last week, it's running in the
Yeah,
back of the pack. There's nothing he can do. So
there's nothing.
I don't see him
Ro-
making it.
I mean, Ross isn't doing much with the fucking track house right now. Come on.
He's 22nd.
What? I mean, just there's just nothing there. And if he would have won, maybe if he would have been able to win at Coronado, and if he would have been able to like collect a shit ton more stage points at some places, because they left a lot of stage points on the table, a couple
Oh
places,
yeah.
you know, of these road courses. If he could have done them a couple different things a little better, it would have been fine. But it is what it is. I don't think he's gonna make it, and that's why I think SVG is gonna drop out, and I think Ryan Priest is gonna bump in.
As long as Ryan Priest will stay in that on the back of that pack, man. It seems like Ryan Priest just had some bad luck this year in the middle of that pack.
He he has he started the year strong, but it's like as of here last one day, maybe last 10 races have not been very good.
No.
Um, Snowy isolation, you like that? Mike, you like that about Parker? Yeah, I thought you might. That's cool. Everybody is kind of a Parker S. Flat fan to some degree. And then, yeah, hoping it'll be Brad. He does need something. We agree with that.
Yeah,
Um,
he does.
Taylor Smith in the 33. Are you talking about the 33 for next season in the Cup Series? Snowy isolation? Because I know that they're not trying to keep Hill in the Cup Series number 33 in 2027. What time is it, Bub?
Me, it's 8:03.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, all right.
So Brad,
You
what
said,
you
yeah. All right.
yeah, Hill's a subject, and I think that Hill lost his ride last week when he smacked into Richard Childers was sitting right there, and he went over there when and smacked SVG. I think that's the
Yeah,
ending of him. Yeah,
that was. I think it was too, buddy. I think that was right there because it shows how immature he is. It shows just it. He's not running well at all. Like you have no reason or right to be able to do that. It's your first year. What are you doing?
yeah, and I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
that's why I don't think he'll be back. I think with what he did, and a lot of people don't even know that because they didn't even all they showed was SVG's like in cam footage about him coming around and smacking his door. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how is that not news? Like, how does people not know that?
Right.
Like, I think he should have been penalized just for that, trying to damage somebody's
I,
car just because of what happened. Uh,
yeah, I agree.
and so that's why I don't think he'll be back next year. I think, like you said, with how old he is and the immaturity that he showed that right there, I think Richard was like, yeah, I'm done with this. So
Good. He should be. Now I'm not trying to talk shit about Austin Hill. He can be a good, decent driver, but he needs to stay in the O'Reilly series. He's not a cup driver. He's just
nope.
not. And he proved it. Chandler Smith is a pretty fun driver to watch. I agree, snowy isolation. Most definitely. Well, uh that's about all that I got to talk about tonight, bub.
Yeah, yeah. I think we've checked everything. We talked about the weather. We talked about the schedule. We talked about the Zane situation, the points, and who we picked this week. And I think it's been a pretty good episode for us
Fantastic.
coming in, and it's been fantastic. And I appreciate everybody that's came in and talked to us. And thanks for the snowy isolation. Thanks for coming in, man, and chatting with us tonight.
Most definitely, buddy. Thank you for coming in here. Thank you for interacting. It's been fun. Uh, Keep an eye out. We got a video coming out right now about the in-depth history of the IROC series. It should be coming out sometime tomorrow. And over on TikTok Live, if you want to follow us over there. Anybody that's in the stream right now, about to go over there and have some fun. So go over there on the channel Asphalt Sports Media, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks guys.
See you guys. See you guys next time.